Hi Ryan, nice to see you in Barcelona again. How many years have you been coming to MWC?
Oh goodness, my first is probably over 15 years ago. It's been many, and I enjoy it every year. You know, this is the place to be.
Yeah, exactly. So, what are the key trends that we are seeing this year in terms of devices? If you want to focus a bit more on the PC side, we are here with Lenovo behind us.
Yeah, well, Lenovo is a perfect example, right? Because they scale everything from PC to smartphone, and then things that we don't cover here, which is like data center, and it all ties back to what we've all been talking about is the memory situation and the impact on technology is having. But despite that, yesterday, we heard some news from Lenovo about different products. Today, this has been announced now that the Razer Fold, and these are, there's others out there, but this is top of the line, design and everything. And Motorola is in a very interesting spot, in my opinion, because the scale of Lenovo gives them a better positioning. I don't want to say an advantage, but in terms of navigating whatever's ahead of us in terms of.
And it's quite interesting also how strong they are in the B2B side and the focus they have on the B2B side, because most of these brands, they tend to focus more on consumer, but they are really targeting, and we were at their event yesterday, the briefing, where they were talking about the new developments into the phones to be able to be attractive for IT decision makers.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%, and that's something we don't hear about as often. Samsung has talked about DeX for years. Yeah. They've been successful. Apple clearly has their lane in that, but from a smartphone perspective, there really isn't a carve out, in terms of the players other than just what's there. And Motorola talking about this, like kind of leveraging their footprint in commercial with PCs and everything else is a very smart play, in my opinion.
And in terms of the memory shortage, we already discussed the impact on the smartphone, but on the PC, it's probably even bigger, right? We just published our forecast. So what can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the impact is huge across the board, but yeah, it's I don't know if I'd say bigger or worse. They're both bad, smartphone and PC, but we took over 20 million units. Some have heard me say this, off of the 2026 market TAM, and another 20 plus off of the 2027. That's a lot of volume that we believe will be erased. And things will normalize. The normal might be different, but the PC environment, it's not to say that it's more of a necessity than phones, but there's the commercial environment. You got half of that market is businesses that actually is a necessity, more so than phones. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic. But we've taken all of that off of the PC TAM, yet given the expected increase in average selling prices related to memory, the market value we still think is going to be about flat or go up.
And how can brands like Lenovo differentiate and navigate this crisis? They launched and they are showing some innovative concepts, modular PC, but is that the way forward? Is to bring something to the market really different?
To be honest, the path forward in the short term, in my mind, at least the next 12 months, realistically 24 months, is whatever is going to sell at the right price points. But you can't abandon innovation, right? Yeah. So I give a lot of credit to Lenovo and many others for these product designs that they start in motion were well in play before this memory situation happened. You can't abandon that, and it will get back to normal. And I think these are part of the future. It's just a matter of when. We talk about AI PCs and AI smartphones, but really AI on PC. That has just continued to get pushed out for many reasons. The use cases aren't there. The cost was too much. Now you add more cost, but it will come. We're not saying that these are like technology things that just won't
not
exist.
Just a hype. It's something that is really happening.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Excellent. Thank you very much, and enjoy MWC.
Yes.
Thank you.